Alright, welcome back to another appliance repair tutorial video. Today we are going over this stacked Electrolux washer dryer combo laundry center, giving you troubles. Mainly the washer is what this video will be going over. How to fix any problem with the washer, how to put it into diagnostic mode, how to pretty much solve any problem from there. Model number of the machine that I am going over today, ELTG7300AW0. Thing that I did want to kind of just show you was right away how to get it into diagnostic mode. So to get it into diagnostic mode, first thing you do is turn it on, go to normal, hit start. Right after you hit start, turn it off again, turn it back on, and then within less than 10 seconds, you hold temp and spin for 3 seconds, and then this is diagnostic mode. You'll see all the lights start flashing and stuff like that, and that's how you know you made it. Next, you hold the bottom down arrow there. It'll go into the first thing, number 1, 2, these first like 4 or 5 are all just the water valves. And so it does all the different water compartments in the water dispenser, water. You can't hear it because I have it muted, but it's just water running through. And then like later on, it gets to like, it unlocks the door right there, like does the door lock, it does the heater, which isn't really going to matter at all for you at all. And then finally you get to 11 and it does the drain and spin, which is probably going to be the most important one that you're going to want to keep in mind. Number 11 there. And so the thing that I did want to just kind of run over was, got called out to this job, and this washer would just sit here and do this. It would go back and forth. The water wouldn't drain. And then eventually like the door would just like unlock. Sometimes it didn't happen in this video. It happened when I first came out. The thing would just not work, and the time wouldn't really advance. I'm sure if you're watching this video, the same thing is happening to you. You're in the right place. And so the first thing you want to do is just go into the diagnostic mode like I showed. And then you can just go through all the different diagnostic mode functions. This is the diagnostic mode and everything that's included in there. So the 00 is just the lights, which shouldn't really matter. Pods compartment, wash compartment, bleach compartment, softener compartment, stain compartment, wash compartment. Heater and motor, I'm not sure why it says motor because nothing motorized happens. Recirculation pump, I'm kind of confused because this one didn't even have one. And so I think like some of these like don't really pertain, but the main one, drain pump and spin. And so if you're having this same issue where your washer just sits back and forth, and the door like randomly unlocks, and then it just like pauses the cycle and you pretty much can't do anything with it, go to 11 in the diagnostic mode and have it try and drain and spin. And if you don't hear that the water is draining out and that you don't see that it's disappearing out of the tub, but you do hear that the drain pump is trying to run, and you can hear a faint buzz or kind of like a hum that it's trying to drain, don't even have it spin. Stop it before it starts to spin because it's not supposed to spin with water in it. It's supposed to drain it all out first. And so the problem is that your drain pump is likely just backed up. Another thing is that at the end of this diagnostic mode cycle, you see right here at the end, it says error history, right there. Go to 13 and it'll show you the last error code, the last 3 errors in memory. And mine was showing up E20. Which indicates a drain issue. This next page shows you all the issues. It doesn't even have a 20 on here, but 23 and 21 both pertain to drain issues. And so with your error code, you should be able to use this error code chart to kind of also figure out what's going on with it. Also, always look up the error code on Google. And so this, hopefully you can kind of just go through and read and see if any one of these error codes is the one that you have. But most likely the reason why you're on this video is because you're having the same problem I was having, where it just sits there and spins, won't work, won't drain. And so what you need to do, and disclaimer, I could not make a good video on this because I'm just in a customer's house. I'm working all day long. I'm so busy. And so it's just like, I'm going to try and like vocally describe to you how you're going to fix the problem yourself and save a lot of money. But I'm not gonna be able to show you visually every single step. And so the first thing you want to do is have these needle nose pliers, and you want to take off this door spring, and you just pretty much stick your pliers into the thing there, just like that, and just pull to the right, and then just pull the thing off. After you get the door spring off, just take off the door boot here, the rubber door boot. Just pull that off all along all the sides, and then you want to unscrew the door lock thing, unplug it. It's just a little push tab that you unplug, and this is really the only part of checking on the drain pump that I actually showed you how to do. Next thing you want to do is on the sides of this display, there's two little tabs on both sides of it. And depending on which side you can see, you'll see what I mean. Two little tabs. You take a flathead, pop off the little tab cover. It's more like a cover, but it's like just like a little rectangle. Pop that off. And behind those, there's two screws on each side, so 4 screws total. Take out all 4 of those screws, and you'd likely have to move the thing away from the wall or in the cubby or wherever it is. And get those 4 screws out, and then and first of all, before you do any of this, just unplug the machine, obviously, and then take the display off, and you should just be able to pull on both sides, and the whole middle display here will just pop off. Unplug the whole machine, obviously, and then unplug the display wire. We'll have 1 wire going in the washer one in the dryer one. Unplug those. For me, I had to take some little snips and cut a little, because of course Electrolux loves their tabs and their annoying things. You cut something with your little snips, and then you'll be able to just get the display off, set it down. You'll figure out what I mean. After that, you'll see the 4 screws that hold the front door on. There's also a little wire harness back behind the display here that you unplug right in here. You unplug that, it unplugs all the wires that go into the door, except for the door lock one down, which I showed you how to do just barely. This video is just splendid. So you'll unplug the wiring harness behind on the right there. You'll take out the 4 screws on the, well, no. So first of all, before you take out the screws on the top of the door, Electrolux loves to put screws in the bottom of their door just to absolutely make you go nuts. And so down on the bottom of the, underneath the washer, there's going to be 4 screws on the bottom that you have to get out. The easiest way to get those out is to prop the entire thing up on like a little something to have more room to reach the screws, and you have to prop it up right. You'll figure it out. Oh, it's such a pain, but I believe in you. And you'll have to get the 4 screws out of the bottom. Then you get the 4 screws out of the top behind the display. Then, as long as you unplug the door lock and the little harness over here on the right behind the display, you have the display already on the ground. Then you can take the dang door off after you've removed the door boot out of it. I'll take off the drain pump and just see if there's anything in there like clogging it up or whatever. And a couple of things you have to do. It's very similar to, kind of similar to an LG washer, except it doesn't have the 4 screws in the bottom. The LG washer only has 1, and it's not even on the bottom. It's different, but you know what I mean. Just if you're an appliance repair technician, so the drain pump that's in this is the same kind of drain pump that's going to be in an LG washer. Most Samsung washers, some Samsung washers have a different one. I've ran into that a couple times. Pretty rare. Most washers have that you're changing out the drain pump in is just going to be the 3 screw drain pump, the most like standard drain pump out there. And the LG drain pump will work in this. Chances are you're not an appliance repair technician watching this video, and so in order to get the drain pump for this, you're going to want to take the model number here, and you type that into SearsPartsDirect.com, and then you can find the drain pump for the machine, and you order that on a reliable parts website, or you can just get the LG one on Amazon. But if you get the LG one on Amazon, make sure you have wire snips and spade connectors. Write this down. And you can just save. I know you're freaking out. It's a lot to take in, but you can do it. Honestly, I believe in you. And you want to also have a shop vac if you have one. If you don't have a shop vac, there needs to be a way for you to get all the water out of it. And this one doesn't have a filter on the drain pump, and that's the problem. That's why you're watching this video, is because they don't put a filter on the drain pump. And so stuff gets down in there, and I guarantee this is going to be happening to people, where stuff's going to get into the drain pump and it's going to back up, and it's going to be the same issue that I'm seeing here. And all it takes is a tiny little Lego, or a tiny little, what are they called? Like the floss picks, toothpick, like a penny, like anything could get in there and get it jammed up. And so the water needs to all come out, and the easiest way to get it out is to just, like I said, get the whole front door off, get down to the drain pump. It's got 3 screws in it. You take out the 2 screws on the lower part of it, and then you just lift it up a little bit, and the water will just start to spew out of the bottom of it. And if you don't have a shop vac, you need to have like some kind of like a tray to catch water, and you just get it all out, and eventually you'll get it all out. And then you take the screw out of the top drain pump of the drain pump. It's just got 3 screws. You take the drain pump off, you unplug it, and if you have a Samsung drain pump, it should be the same wiring harness. But if you don't even have the drain pump at all, just order the one on Sears Parts Direct, like I said. The LG drain pump will work, but in order to use the LG drain pump 4681EA 2001T, yes, I haven't memorized. Yes, I've changed it out like 1,000 times this year. You need to, if you're getting the LG one, $20 on Amazon, you need to also have wire strippers and spade connectors that'll fit onto the wiring plugs. You should know what I mean if you know what I mean. Then just get it switched out, or you can just first, that might just be all that you have to do, but I would recommend that you just change it out, just because that way you know it'll work. And this will definitely save you money. This whole entire thing is not too cheap, and the whole entire problem with not having a washer is not too cheap. People hate going to the laundry. And so, this video, I hope that it helped somebody out there. I know I wasn't the best, but it's all you got. And it's just, I know I had to make it. I tried to just like make it as best I can. My days are so busy. I hope I helped someone. If you have any questions, please just leave a comment. I will get back to you as quickly as I can. I wish there was like a way you could like call me or something, because I would be more than willing to help you. But that would be weird to leave you my phone number. But I can't think of much more than that. Yeah, so I hope this helped. Yeah, and if it did help you, please subscribe, because this is a pain. And like the video. Yep, peace out. Love you.